This RC has a feature I don't think we've had on any RC crawlers before. This is the Yikong 41015. It's a 1/10 scale crawler, basically an unlicensed Chevy C10. Now it's actually got some really nice features. You've got locking diffs, portal axles, full metal gears. It's got Hobbywing electronics and a 6-channel radio. For a lexan body, it's actually a pretty nice looking body. You know, you've got your chrome grille there, your chrome bumpers. It is a shame that we've got just stickers for lights and we don't have any clear windows, but we have got little mirrors on there. I also like these sliders that we have on the side. They do keep the body tucked in pretty nicely. With this lexan body, they've gone old school, so you've got body posts and body pins. For the wheels and tyres, we've got these plastic beadlock wheels. I actually don't mind the look of the tyres with the tread pan and everything, and they were pretty decent. They are vented. I have already ran this thing, like I said, I have ran it through the water, so the foams are a bit softer now, but I did find out of the box, I think they were a little bit stiff. For the body, we got a little bit of bracing on the front, but otherwise it is quite a flexible body. But to be fair, I did roll it on the rocks and stuff like that, and it's pretty durable. It hasn't broken or cracked or anything, which is good. Now for the chassis on this, it's actually a plastic one-piece chassis. I'm not so fussed on the plastic chassis, but I guess they're thinking, well, if Traxxas do it with the X-Max, then why can't we? I do like the fact that we've got all these inner arch liners and everything. It does make it look a bit nicer with the lexan body as well. You can see we've got a fair bit of bracing going on throughout the chassis as well, which is pretty good. And with the shocks, you've actually got adjustability as well on all 4 shocks, so you could play around with where your shocks are mounted, which is pretty good. Now, it does have oil-filled shocks, and I actually quite like the suspension on this. It's got some really nice suspension movement. The shock bodies in these are just plastic. Feels like they are possibly aluminium caps, but there's no adjustability on these, so you can't adjust the ride height or the preload or anything like that. Underneath, you can see we've got plastic axle housings of those portal axles. Our gearbox does sit really nice and low look, which, you know, obviously gives us that kind of LCG style chassis. You've got plastic drive shafts. You've actually got a metal 4-link on the rear with a panhard bar as well. And then on the front, you've got metal 3-links, again with a panhard bar and metal steering links. Electronics wise on this, you've actually got a 550 32-turn brush motor. You've got a Hobbywing 1060 ESC and a Dumbo RC, I think it is, 6-channel receiver. It does actually have a 2-speed gearbox as well, so you've got a 17-gram shift servo here for the 2-speed. And then up front, you've actually got a chassis-mounted 15-kilogram steering servo. You can see the ESC uses an XT60 plug as well, which is quite nice. Your battery tray actually sits in the middle with Velcro straps. And you can fit a pretty decent sized battery in there as well. That's a 5200 milliamp hour 3S Lipo, and you've still got a little bit of room there. So yeah, nice bit of space. Okay, I know I've kept you waiting long enough. So what is this new feature that this RC has? So as you can see, we've got unlocked diffs at the moment, and I mentioned this thing's got lockable diffs. So it actually has manual lockable diffs, which I have never seen before. So here we go, look, we are unlocked at the moment, and then we just basically push this in. And now look, we have locked diffs. And then if you want to unlock it, just push it back out. And now you've got unlocked diffs. It's actually a pretty neat little feature. You know, you ditch all of the servos, which can sometimes like burn out or not work, and you do it manually. The one thing I do find is, look, when you push it in, it doesn't always engage. You have to just turn the wheels a little bit, which is fair enough. It's just engaging in there. But you'll see when we get to the running footage, you know, what it's actually like. And I did run it on the rocks and on the trail to see, you know, how good they actually are. I think it's a pretty cool little feature, but I think the one thing I would say is that if you've got to basically manhandle your axles every time you want to unlock or lock your diffs, especially when they're like covered in mud and stuff like that, you know, may not be the most enjoyable experience, but yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. And you can see we can do the same on the rear as well. So unlocked, and then we basically just push it in, and now we are locked. And obviously it does allow you to have unlocked on the front or the rear, or the rear on the front. So, you know, you've got that independent selection as to whether you want both axles locked or just the front or the rear, which I think is also pretty cool as well. I do actually really like the style on these axles as well. I think they look nice and scaled. You could do something really cool with this chassis. So what else comes included? You get this Dumbo RC transmitter. Now, as we could see from the receiver, that was a 6-channel. However, I can't see the 6th channel on this. I think it's blanked out. We've effectively got, you know, 1, 2, and then we've actually got 3 and 4 on the top, and then if you pop open the flap, you've actually got channel 5 here as well. You've got your usual, you know, trims, your dual rates, and you've got your dip switches. So I'm not sure if they're counting one of these dip switches maybe as the 6th channel, but normally your 6th channel would be here on the side. But yeah, that's been blanked out. So I don't know, maybe it's only a 5-channel transmitter, but a 6-channel radio. But anyway, decent little radios, these, you know, they do the job really nicely. And you can basically run them off 4 AA batteries. I'm pretty sure you can run off a 2S Lipo as well, but I'm not 100% sure. You also get your instruction manual. It's got all your information about the transmitter controls. And it's got all your technical diagrams and your full parts listing in the rear as well. You also get a little bag of goodies with a wheel wrench tool and what looks like to me it's meant to be like a little towing hitch possibly that you could screw into the back of the chassis. Right, let's get this thing powered on. Now, one thing I'm not so fussed on this one is where they've placed the power switch and the fact that it's not even waterproof. So it sits here right on the bottom. I would suggest moving it. It's just got 2 little screws holding it in place. I would mount it on the top side of the body, because otherwise if you're going to run this thing in dust and water, that is going to get ruined pretty quickly. So we'll just turn it on. So steering servo, we've got a decent bit of angle. It's not the fastest thing in the world, to be honest. And if we just put some pressure on it, it's got a decent amount of power, and there's no servo saver on this one either, which is nice. So you get everything to the wheels, basically. Now, one thing I was quite surprised with this was the slow speed control. I think the gearing's quite nice in this, considering it's a 1060. So if we just feather the throttle, you can actually slow crawl pretty well. And again, if we go in reverse, I mean, considering that's a Hobbywing 1060, which, you know, aren't always the best at like slow speed control, especially if the gearing's not quite, you know, right. You do get a bit of a buzz. Like if I stop talking, you do get that kind of a bit of a buzz from the 1060, but at least it's not like really bad, you know, it's not a ship coming into dock or anything like that. And with it being a 1060, you've got the jumpers there, so you could switch between like, you know, forward brake reverse, and you could change the battery type that you're using as well. It comes out of the box in forward reverse, which is my personal preference. In terms of wheel speed, I've got a 3S Lipo in there. We're in first gear at the moment, so if we go full throttle. Now, to change into second gear, it's channel 4. With the Yikongs, generally they come all reversed. So basically you need to engage channel 4 to actually put it into first gear. You disengage channel 4 to put it into second. However, I believe you can reverse that with dip switches if you want to. So now we're in second gear. It's definitely got some go in it. Channel 3 is actually unused, and so is channel 5. Even if you like adjust channel 5, it doesn't affect the drag brake or anything like that. I've just checked the manual, and dip switch number 4 would allow you to reverse channel 4. So basically, if you move it up, so now with it like that, effectively that's first gear, and then that is second gear. Now, you might be able to hear, I don't know if you heard that then, but the second gear shift servo didn't sound overly happy switching it back and forth. And that's one thing I do find with these Yikongs is the servos. They're quite cheap. They don't often last very long. I was quite surprised that, you know, they did completely last the first run. Obviously dead cheap to change them and stuff, but just something to be aware of. Now, one thing that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence on these Yikongs, I had the same on the 4107, is the axles, like how, you know, basically kind of cheap, I suppose, the axle housings are, like how thin the plastic are. Now, if you look at this axle along here, just moving it with my hand, look, I can full on twist the axle housing. I mean, that's, you know, you do get a bit of twist on, you know, most axles, to be fair, but I mean, that's, you know, I mean, I'm not even pushing it that hard. I mean, I know I'm strong, but, you know, I'm not even pushing it that hard. And if we actually give it a bit of throttle while I hold it, check this out. I mean, it's literally, it's almost doing a 90-degree rotation on the axle housing. I mean, you know, hopefully that means it won't just like break, it'll twist. But yeah, I mean, I haven't had any issues. It just doesn't inspire me with a lot of confidence, to be honest. And you're probably not going to have an issue with it, but just to show you, look, we do have some twist in the chassis there from it being all plastic. But again, you know, don't seem to get any issues that you're actually running it, but, you know, just something to be aware of. You do get some really nice flex on this thing though. Right, let's get to the running first so you can see what it was like on the rocks and on the trail. You could win this pair of brushless 18th scale mini crawlers for less than the price of your morning coffee. We've got the 1804 Pro. This thing's got 4-wheel steering, brushless electronics, metal gears, and a 2-speed gearbox. Then we've got the 1802 Pro. This has got a fully licensed Prado hardbody with LED lights, full interior, and again, brushless electronics and 2-speed gearbox. So check out the raffle link in the description for your chance to win. Okay, so we are unlocked diffs at the moment and we're in first gear. Oh, let's see. Oh, there we go. We're struggling already with those unlocked diffs. Let's lock them up. If we lock the front up first, then let's lock the rear up as well. It can be a little bit stiff to push it in. Okay, now let's try again. Hopefully we should have much better. There we go, look. Oh, lovely flex there. A bit of rubbing on the body. Oh, go on. See what it's like for grip. Oh, let's take a slightly different line. Nice. Lovely flex there. We're definitely getting a bit of rubbing on the rear there, aren't we? Let's see what the slow speed control's like as well. Oh, a little bit of hesitation there. Obviously 1060 is not the best for slow speed control. They're decent, but you know, even a 1080 would be a massive improvement. But to be honest, when you're paying that much money, you might as well just get a Fusion SE or something. But yeah, that's not bad. I'm surprised they haven't done this one as a brushless version, to be honest. I think that would have been much better straight off the bat. But I reckon this thing is going to have some potential. Oh, look at that. Very nice. But let's see what it's like on the rock hill climb. See what that, you know, weight distribution. Oh, we're struggling for grip there. I don't want to punch it too hard because it'll probably then flip over. Let's see if we can. Oh, we're definitely struggling for grip, aren't we? Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh, it's just starting to rain as well. Yes, go on. Oh, nice. That wasn't too bad. Definitely better tyres and would have been straight up, I reckon. Let's just see what the slow speed descent's like as well with the 1060. Oh, there you go. We have got, it is drag brake. It is working. It is holding, look. Oh, that's not bad. Nice. Let's see what it's like coming through here. Excuse if my camera's shaking about all over the place. This wind is just blowing my camera all over the shop. Right, let's... Oh, that bumper's definitely giving us a little bit of grief, isn't it? See what it's like coming up through here. Go on, it's getting stuck. Oh, that's thrown our line off there. Oh, we're struggling a bit for grip, aren't we? But I wonder if maybe just... Well, there's a bit of squish in the foams, but maybe even softer foams would help. Yeah, like you can see, like, it's just... I love the sound of tyres trying to get grip, but you can see it's struggling to get grip. Oh, there we go. Oh, every now and again, it almost looks like the rear is unlocked, not locked. That's my only concern with these manual diff locks, is how good they're actually going to be. Okay, there we go. A bit of punch on 3S. I do really like the look of this body, though, and the flex is pretty cool. Okay, let's try some harder lines. So we're going to basically go right up here, see if it can go in one turn. Yeah, we're definitely getting a bit of rubbing on the arches. Not too bad. Not as much as like the, what was it, the 4107? I mean, that thing was binding up like nobody's business. Let's see what it's like coming up here. Nice. And then can we just drive straight up? Oh, I don't know what you can hear that between the wind noise and me jibber jabbering, but the tyres trying to get grip. Oh, there we go. Oh, so close. Yes, okay. Nice. He's the king of the castle. Right, let's test out its side hill. So we're going to come around here. Doesn't look very steep, but once you actually get around the side. I'll come around here and show you, look. That's quite steep. Go on. Oh, the tyres are just pushing over. We would go up there if we actually had some grip. Oh. Let's try that again, because I reckon it will do it if it can just get some bite. There you go. That's not bad. So much rubbing. Okay, we got another steep one here. The 4107 did do this, so I would expect this to do it as well, to be honest. Man, this wind. Look at that. Oh, lovely. That was actually really good. Let's see what it's like coming through here. Oh, so much body rubbing. We definitely need some better tyres. Oh no, we're beached. Okay, let's try again. Oh man, we keep getting stuck. Okay, there we go. And then let's run it up to the right. Oh no, 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 don't tip over, don't tip over. Oof. Just save that then. Nice. Yeah, better tyres and some low down weight. Oh, look at that. And this thing will be a little machine, I reckon. Okay, let's see what it's like coming up here. It's actually quite steep. We just need to get the right angle. I don't think anything's done this line yet in 10th scale. Oh, that's pushed us over too much. Come on. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Go on, go on. Oh, go on. Okay, this thing has definitely got some potential. That was nice. I mean, look, if I don't fall over, look how steep that is. That's pretty steep. I've tried a lot of rigs on there and most of them can't make it up. They just fall over. That was actually pretty good. Okay, so before we hit the trail, I just want to show you the turning circle with locked diffs and unlocked diffs. That's one of the differences with, you know, having them switchable. So we're locked at the moment. So if we go full lock and then basically if we just start driving, we're in first gear. You can see that's a pretty wide turning circle. Okay, now I've unlocked them, so full lock. Let's just, again, still in first gear. I mean, you can see that tighter straight away. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but you know, it does give you that tighter turning circle. Obviously, the other thing then is it gives you a bit more of a challenge with them being unlocked. So we'll leave them unlocked for a minute while we start on the trail, and then we'll chuck them in locked probably. So while we're here, let's just do full throttle. So this is full throttle in first. See, it's got a decent bit of pace to it. And then if we disable channel 4 to engage the 2-speed, you can see it's definitely got, oh, hey, look at that. Definitely got more wheel speed. And obviously with the unlocked diffs, we can do a bit of sliding as well. Oh, love it. I mean, we've got to do some donuts now, haven't we? It's good fun being a child. Okay, we're still in second gear at the moment. Let's just see what its slow crawl's like in second. I don't expect it to be, yeah, a bit of hesitation there, which is fine, to be expected, but I just want to see if you could still actually do a bit of kind of trailing in second gear. But that's actually not bad luck, considering we're in second gear. So now if we do the same thing in first gear, we should have much nicer slow speed control. There we go, look. That's nice. It's got some nice gearing, I think, this one. Look at that. That's lovely. Especially considering it's just a 1060. That's actually pretty decent. I'm really liking this thing. It's got a decent bit of go, doesn't it? I still unlock diffs. Stop before we go in the stream. Oh yes, reverse flick. It's like being 18 again with your first driver's license, isn't it? Okay, we're back in first gear. Let's see what it's like with a bit of trailing. Oh, there we go. Look, we can see struggling with those unlocked diffs. Now, the only thing I can see being a bit annoying, to be honest, with the manual locking diffs is cool idea, but when your axles are covered in mud and muck and stuff like that, and you've got to go and change between locked and unlocked, it's not gonna be much fun, is it? Okay, now let's see what it's like coming through here. Oh, hang on, getting stuck on the front bumper now. Some nice body rubbing there. Definitely need either like maybe softer foams or some better tyres, but there we go, we made it. Right, let's test out the suspension. It's a shame it hasn't got like some LED lights on the front, and you know, we've got the body pins, because it's actually a really nice looking body, like especially for a Lexan. I think it looks quite nice, and the way they've tucked it into the side rails, it doesn't like rattle around too much either, which is nice, because that's always one downside to a Lexan, is where, you know, you get the slapping all the time. Oh look, front wasn't moving then. Interesting. Look at that. Can you see? Something, it's like it's gone unlocked again on the front. We'll have to check to make sure it's clicked into place. It had disengaged, it had moved on the front, so that's not great. But now, look, you can see we've actually got drive to all four wheels. We are stuck, but hopefully we can wriggle our way through. There we go. There we go. Come on. Let's see if it can clear the downed tree. That bumper might give us some grief. There we go, we're up. Hopefully it won't tip over. Come on. Yes, right, let's see if we've got the punch now to clear this. Oh yes, there we go, lovely. Still in first gear as well. Let's see what our suspension's like coming through here, and a bit of a slow crawl. Nice. That was me coming off the throttle a little bit then. Oh, that's decent. I do like the flex on this thing. It does look pretty cool. There we go. We got a nice little route to run up there. Look at that. Very nice. Oh, ground clearance issue there. You can see every now and again our tires slip. You know, they struggle with kind of like the side movement. We've been having heat waves in the UK at the moment, so we got no mud at the moment, which is a shame. It's all just dried up. Even bits like this, where it would normally always be a little slop fest, completely dry pretty much, so boring. Let's get it flexing coming through here. Still in second gear. Do you know, some lights on this thing would make such a difference. That was me then hesitating. Look, still in second gear. Look at that. That's really good for second gear. That was me again on the throttle then. I'm distracted talking, not actually concentrating on what I should be doing, which is driving. My apologies. Okay, we're back in first gear, and I've unlocked the diffs as well. So let's see what it's like on this hill climb. There we go, look, we can see, you see that, the front wheel, look, struggling to move. You've got movement to the rear. And then we do actually have movement on both sides on the right-hand side as well. So let's see if we can get up there. We should be able to give it a little hop. There we go. We could definitely do with some better tyres, could we? There we go, made it. So that was unlocked diffs. Okay, now we've locked them up. So we'll still get stuck on this route, but you'll be able to see that all the wheels are still turning. And same on the other side as well. And again, same thing, we can just give it a little hop. And then up we go. Stuck on the same bit again. Oh. Nice. And let's see what it's like on a little bit of a hill climb over these routes. Struggling with some grip. Should be able to give it a little hop. We're still in first gear at the moment. Nice. Good brakes. Okay, we are still in second gear. Got a little bit of mud. Tiniest bit of water. And then a hill climb. Oh, go and get some grip. Yes. Okay, let's try a little water crossing. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, not without moving that power switch, because with it being on the bottom, if it gets wet, I think your RC will probably stop working, but let's just see if we can get away with it. Nice.
I'm still actually in second gear at the moment as well. And then what I wanted to see was, can we get up this bank here? Oh, we're struggling for grip there, aren't we? Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Very nice.
Well, what do you think? I mean, I actually quite like it, to be fair. Even though it's a Lexan body, I actually quite like the look of the body. I'm not a massive fan of the body posts and the body pins, but, you know, other than that, I think it actually looks pretty cool. I like the suspension movement. I think even the stock electronics with that 1060 and the gearing on this thing actually work really nicely. I think really all this thing needs is a set of wheels and tyres, and you'd actually have yourself a pretty capable rig. I mean, yes, it's not perfect. You know, those axles twisting doesn't inspire me with a great deal of confidence. You know, the shift servos and the steering servo, you know, questionable as to how long they're going to last. From my experience, they don't generally include the best servos. Also, those manual locking diffs, I think they are a cool idea, and you know, there's pros and cons. I mean, pros, don't have to worry about shift servos burning out and you and electrical problems. Cons, it's not always the easiest to get them to engage, and you know, a couple of times they did seem to pop out. Now, price wise, I got sent this by Banggood. They have it listed for $344, which is about £250. I should have some discount codes you can use as well, so I'll put those in the description along with a link to this in the description as well. You know, I think for that price, it's a pretty decent rig, a capable crawler, but you know, it definitely could be better. Anyway, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Drop me a comment if you've got any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.